Hello, hello, hello there, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together. Here we are, just sitting down and looking at my journal, A Garden to Call My Own, the Intentional Garden Journal, and just thinking about what I want to do for this spring season and how I'm going to get things going. So I've been listening to a lot of seed sowing videos because that seems to be what is out there right now, and everyone's talking about sowing seeds and getting things together. In this container I planted my marigold seeds, and they have sprouted, and they've been in here. So I'm happy about that. So these are just the first leaves. We want to get to the second leaves and beyond. But it seems to have done well. What I'm going to do with the marigolds, I'm going to allow them to grow up, and then I'm going to transplant them and put them throughout the garden. I seem to have great success doing it that way. And then here are my strawberry plants, and they are developing strawberries. I'm so excited about that, and even fresh leaves. This is great. This is the radishes. So we'll see what happens with that. At this time of the year, we are so anxious and ready to go on into the garden and start to sow seeds and do different things. And I know that it's just too early for me, but it's still tempting to want to sow seeds. But I am trying to restrain myself and hold myself back from doing that. And the way I'm doing that is by planning. So I've been working in my garden journal here, A Garden to Call My Own, the Intentional Garden Journal 2022, and just trying to figure out what else do I need to do to prepare so that when the time comes for me to garden, to get out there and sow seeds and do all of those things, that I would be prepared. Well, looking at the greenhouse that I had last year really helps me to start to think about, well, what do I need to have in that greenhouse? So here is that greenhouse that I have out here, and I have different things in it, and it's a nice sunny day, so it's created this nice atmosphere. It's not so warm in here right now. Sometimes it gets really hot. But I'm going to put it in here so that these seedlings, these shoots can get some of the nice sun. Now also here in this I had some other seedlings. Let's open it up and see if we have anything. Nothing yet out here because it's been cold, but they're well watered, well saturated. Nothing yet. So I'm going to make room. Let's close this back up. I'm going to make room for these painted daisies. I can get this thing open. Yeah, I'm going to put them in here. And I'm definitely going to need some good soil, some good potting soil, so that I will have that on hand to make sure that I clean out my pots and trays and things and do inventory. So when the time comes, I'll be ready to go. Well, you know, I wanted to do that actually last week where the temperatures were warm, but the ground wasn't really ready for me to walk on because of all the snow that we've had. The snow had definitely melted, but the ground was very muddy and very wet. So I decided I'd just go into the shed area and start to look at what's available. Well, that didn't last too long either because it was very wet and damp in that area. So I decided to pull out some of my books. And getting good gardening books are it's a great investment because over time you get to go back and review some of the things that you've learned from your gardening books. Well, it just so happened that about 2 years ago I picked up this gardening book in the Dollar Tree of all stores, and it was for $1. So I recommend that when you're in the Dollar Tree or other stores like that, go and check out their books, because you'd be surprised what you would find in the book section for a little bit of money. Yeah, and I got this great book for $1. It's called The Western Garden Book, The 20-Minute Gardener. And in it, it provides a lot of different suggestions and different ways of preparing and prepping for the garden. So that's what I've been busying my time with by looking through this book. And then also I was able to get another book. This is called Sunset Northeastern Garden Book, which is actually a wonderful resource, and it has a lot of suggestions of different types of plants that will do well in my region. And now that I'm a little bit more wiser in gardening, this makes a lot more sense to me, because this is a lot of information for a beginner gardener. But now that I think I have a little more experience, I can sort of use it to help me to understand what kind of plants that I want to have. And I like this because it tells me, like for example on this page, plants that attract birds. And it gives some really colorful suggestions here. And it also shares plants for cottage gardens. Well, you know that that's right up my alley, because my garden is an urban English style cottage garden. So now I would appreciate this information, knowing what will work in my garden, what they suggest anyway. And then it gives information about the trees and other resources. So keep your eyes out for gardening books that may help you with your gardening experience, and you can use it later on and reference it. And now when I'm going to read it, it makes sense because I've already experienced the garden, and it'll just add to my knowledge. And then I also got this book, A Budget Backyard Makeovers. And this is really inspirational because it's a quick look into gardening and what I could possibly do in my small garden space. And I just like the ideas and the quick ideas that it offers. So these are 3 different books that you could use as references. And you may not necessarily be able to get the ones that I've gotten here, but keep your eyes open when you are in the Dollar Tree or Walmart or in other, even going to a thrift store where they may have gardening books that you could use to reference. Now, this is my most recent garden book, and this definitely has been driving my excitement about gardening and growing flowers. The Cut Flower Garden, growing, harvesting, and arranging stunning seasonal blooms with Floret Farms. And I did send you some information because she was offering workshops, mini workshops on seed starting and seed sowing and how she does it. But there are other gardeners, definitely a lot of YouTube gardeners who have begun sowing seeds, so you could reference them as well. But I don't want you to jump the gun, because we know that it's still, even though we are anxious and ready to begin seed sowing, that it's still kind of early for us, and that next month, in the end of March and into the beginning of April, is a better time. So I'm going to be providing you with other videos on ways to start our seeds. Right here I have these seeds that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I think I have one other packet of seed, which is a burpee seed, but these are from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to put them in the ground. I'm going to plant these zinnia seeds and see if I can get them started in one of the containers, and then transplant them into different parts of the garden where I want them to grow. I have beet seeds, I have cilantro, cauliflower, kale, carrot, and chives. So these are the carrots, and I'm going to put them in here with the radishes. I'm going to put one in here and put the other one in here. I'm going to seed them together. And as I said, when the radishes have matured and come up, then what I'm going to do is pull them, and that will help to weed out the carrots. Now, I've planted some radishes already in these containers, and I had them in the little greenhouse, so they are starting to they're coming up, and hopefully they'll form their second leaves, and we will have some radishes there. I also put the strawberries here, and they're doing very well too. Well, I hope you liked this video, and if you did and you want to continue to be a part of the growing community that has been so wonderful to me here at Catherine's Garden and Home, well, come and visit us on Wednesdays. Wednesdays I give live Wednesday growing together sessions where we all come together, and a lot of the gardeners come and join me, my gardening friends join me in the chat where we discuss different things. And I am so excited about this growing community, because we've been able to share our gardens with one another at my website, Catherine's Garden Home LWS.weebly, that's WEEBLY.com, and there you have been sending me your garden pictures, and I've been able to put them up where you can go and see each other's gardens and get share some information. So if you have any comments or anything that you'd like to share, feel free to go to the website and leave a comment and leave a picture there, and I will put it up so that we all can share our garden memories with one another. And also, I just want to continue to give a good word and shout out to those who have been helping. Thank you so much for your consistency. I just want to say that I am very appreciative of your time and your effort that you spent with me, and even watching the videos here at Catherine's Garden and Home. I really appreciate it. And I do appreciate the comments. So when you when you are finished here, make sure that you leave a comment and hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button so that you can continue to hear what's going on here at Catherine's Garden and Home and be a part of this growing community. Don't forget to come and see me on Wednesday. That's the Wednesday Lives at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, where we chat, laugh, and have fun right here together, sharing our gardening information and our gardening wisdom. Have a great day. Bye. Grow, 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 grow together. Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Grow, 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 grow together. Catherine's Garden and Home. Bye. For more videos, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And thank you so much for watching. See you next time right here in Catherine's Garden. Bye.